Greetings, people of the internet. I am LUCHA and welcome to LUCHA Reviews. Or in this case, the LUCHA recap. Today I am recapping Superjail Season 4. Now, a couple of weeks ago, or roughly a month, a little over a month, I did the Season 4 review. And I gave Superjail a 7 out of 10. Well, did it hold up over time? Sorry to say no. The score has actually dropped a little bit. I'll get to that later. So let's cover season 4 of Superjail. There's only 6 episodes, and each episode is roughly 12 to 13 minutes. It's not a full half-hour segment, like it has been a couple seasons ago. So yeah, if each episode was a half-hour segment, I can understand why they'd only do 6 episodes. But for this, But since they're only doing 13-minute segments, I would hope that they would have, maybe done 12 episodes for this season. But that didn't happen. So either we'll get Superjail later on this year, or early next year we'll get Season 5. So who knows? It's weird how the schedule works for that show. Animation-wise, the style is pretty much the same, and so are all the actors and characters. Superjail, it's pretty much the same thing. Violence, gore, swearing, nonsense, and no plot whatsoever. The only 2 possible exceptions are that the first episode of Season 4 did pick up where the end of Season 3 left off, so there was that sense of continuality. And then the events from Episode 1 of Season 4 there was some backlash of it in continuality, like a couple episodes later. But the series is just filled with plot holes and inconsistencies. Yeah, I mean, there's even a segment where they had, one thing they had that was consistent was Hunter, who we haven't seen since when Hunter came for the twins, is still on Earth, apparently. And then the triplets came back from the episode The Trouble with the Triplets. So, even though the twins were supposed to be ruling the planet by now, they're ruling their father's planet by now, they're somehow back at Superjail. So, yeah, there's that effect. Basically, with each episode of Superjail, I call it the Courage the Cowardly Dog Eustace effect. Eustace from the show Courage the Cowardly Dog would somehow have something really bad happen to him by the halfway or the end point of the episode, where he'd get hurt or maimed or, I guess, be destroyed for all intents and purposes. Yet the next episode, he was back in his normal attire, no visible scars whatsoever, just... Yeah, that's the thing that happens. With each episode, something would happen which would pretty much guarantee the end of the series, or the show itself, but then the next episode everything is status quo and back to normal, despite everyone being destroyed and whatnot. But there's so many criminals that they're pretty much cannon fodder, and they can't really kill off anyone that's gotten a huge amount of screen time because they just need them for filler, or because they may actually have a plot at some point in the show. Yeah, I'm laughing so you can tell how ridiculous that concept is. Anyway, yeah, so... And another thing that loses points is that for the previous seasons, almost every episode, Jackknife was always flown into Superjail with Jailbot, and they always went to one of these weird... They always had to pass through all these weird lands to get to Superjail. In fact, the episode for Season 2, Best Friends, was them trapped in the weird lands. But this season, for all 6 episodes, completely absent. There was no Outlands. There's no weird stuff going on. Now, I'll try to find a compilation of it or something. It's probably on YouTube, or there's probably a list somewhere. But yeah, we'll look into all the weird Outlands that were outside of Superjail. Yeah, but they weren't in that episode this season. Yeah, so taking out to the opening intro to save time, since the intro sequence was kind of a bit of a time fill thing, that helped. I think they took that out to make room for the episode itself because of the lack of time, but still. Well, it's Superjail, so you kind of know what you're getting into when you watch it. It's sadistic Willy Wonka over in a prison. It has its moments where there's at least 1 or 2 things that are funny about the rest of the episode. It's crude and violent and just stupid. Of course, it's on the Adult Swim, given the hour it's on, and so on and so forth. You have to kind of take it with a grain of salt. So overall, So I can't really fault it for sticking to the same formula it's done for only 4 seasons, but it did. But I don't know. I mean, like with some other seasons, they actually had some plot going on or some continuality of stuff going on, and they actually did have some backlash consequences from when something in episode A happened in episode B. So it has its ups, it has its downs, but overall, I give Superjail season 4. I'm sorry to say, it lost a point. It's now a 6 out of 10. Yeah, so it's kind of averaging out par for the course. Of course, yeah, who knows how many more seasons this show's got. It's probably got some more, but still, it's just weird. So watch at your own risk, and it's probably now on the AdultSwim.com right now. So there you go. And thank you for watching, and until next time, this has been LUCHA Man! Saying, have a nice day.